Hello and welcome everyone. Myself CMA Bhagyashree. Today we are going to continue our topic, that is illustrations of CMA final paper number 14 SFM. In that, financial derivatives. In that topic is forward and futures. So today we will solve illustration number 10. Given the following information, BSE index is given rupees 50,000. After that, value of a portfolio is 1 crore 1 lakh. Risk free interest rate, that is nothing but R, is given 9% per annum, and here dividend yield, that is dividend percentage on this index, is given 6% per annum, and beta of portfolio is 2. This question is somewhere new for us, because this kind of question we are solving first time after starting this topic. So we assume that a future contract on a BSE index with a 4 month maturity, it means this is a time period, that is 4 months. So this is a T, that is 4 months. Okay, is used to hedge the value of a portfolio over the next 3 months. Okay, one future contract is delivering the 50 times of index. Based on the information, calculate the price of a future contract. This is nothing but the theoretical forward price which we know how to find out, but this is along with the dividend. Okay, so along with the dividend formula we will use. Now we will solve in a different way. Okay, I will explain you later. Next is the gain on a short future position if the index turn out to be 45,000 in 3 months. This is a part B, so we have to concentrate first of all for this. Okay, now this is the formula. Okay, for calculation of theoretical forward price. First of all, we have seen the formula, that is normal formula, spot multiplied by E RT. This is the formula without dividend. Okay, I will give you all the formulas after completing this part, that is futures and forwards. Okay, after that we calculated the theoretical forward price along with the dividend. Okay, in that, if dividend is there, then we will deduct the present value of dividend. Okay, so formula was spot minus present value of a dividend multiplied by ERT. Okay, in that present value, how to find out the present value of dividend? So dividend amount divided by ERTD, it means rate multiplied by time period for the dividend. Okay, normally that formula we use if this T मतलब जो स्पॉट मल्टीप्लाइड बाय ERT वाला T है वो टाइम पीरियड डिफरेंट है. ओके, और अपना जो डिविडेंड का टाइम पीरियड है वो डिफरेंट है. ओके, सो वी यूज दैट फॉर्मूला, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू वाला फॉर्मूला, if there is a difference in the time period. Okay, if dividend time period is different and normal that theoretical forward price calculation T is different. Okay, so in that case we use those formula. After that in one question we saw carrying cost. Okay, so if we deduct the dividend, then we know that we have to add the carrying cost. Okay, because dividend is a income, so we were deducting, and carrying cost is a one kind of cost only, that's why we will add the carrying cost. Okay, there is no difference in the calculation of dividend and carrying cost. Only difference is that dividend have to deducted and carrying cost we have to add it. Okay, that was the basic difference. But in that carrying cost question there was somewhere 4% like that, and that is a continuous compounding. So here we just added R plus C. Okay, if you remember, so R plus C multiplied by T we did. Okay, now in this question also we will see that kind of formula. So here dividend is there and time period is same for both. Okay, for theoretical forward price also and for dividend also time period is same, that is 4 months. So we can directly use such kind of formula. This is a shortcut. Okay, so R minus D means rate 0.09 minus dividend का rate, that is 0.06 multiplied by T, that is time period, that is 4 months. Okay, so let's start. First of all, spot is 50,000. Okay, multiplied by E, R is 0.09 minus dividend rate is 0.06 multiplied by 4 by 12. Okay, so here 50,000 multiplied by 0.09 minus 0.06, here I got 0.3 multiplied by 4 divided by 12, so I am getting here 0.01. Okay, now we have to find out that value for multiplication. Okay, we know the procedure how to find out it. So this is my value multiplied by that number 244,17206 plus 1. Now this 12 times. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, 12. So I'm getting like this. So up to 4 decimal places, it means 1.01. Due to this 5, this 0 will become 1, so it is 0 1. Okay, 1.010101. Okay, multiplication, I am getting like this. Okay, 50,505. So in the textbook they have just taken approx. In exam, if you don't take approx, then also it's okay. If you take, then also it's okay. But here only 5 is there, so we are taking approx, that is 50,500. Okay. So approx 50,500. This step is not compulsory. There may be little bit difference in your and institute answer. Okay. Now number of contracts. In this question, we will find out the number of contracts because we want gain. Okay, we have to calculate the gain, so that's why we are finding here number of contracts. Here first answer is ready, that is theoretical forward price. Now for second answer, we are calculating the number of contracts. So formula, this formula is important because it may ask in the exam in normal, in objective also, and normal numericals also. Okay, so just remember this formula. First of all, value of a portfolio, which is already given in the question, that is 1 crore 1 lakh multiplied by beta of portfolio, that is also given 2. After that, value of index means which we have found. Okay, so 50,500 multiplied by number of index. Okay, number of index is given in the question. See, delivery of a 50 times of index, so this is nothing but the number of index. Okay, so it is 50 multiplied by 2, so divide by 50,500 multiplied by 50. So I am getting something went wrong. It means 50,500 multiplied by 50. So I am getting here 25,25,000. So just divide it. I am getting the number of contracts, that is 8 contracts. Okay. So after that, gain, we have to find out the gain. So first of all, theoretical forward price minus future market price of index. Okay, now we are finding the gain. So our theoretical forward price is 50,500. Okay, so 50,500 is my theoretical forward price minus future index price. See, which is given. See, future position if the index turn out to be 45,000. So this is nothing but the 45,000 multiplied by number of index. Okay, so number of index, see here, number of index, we know that it is 50 multiplied by number of contract is 8. Okay, so 50,500 minus 45,000 multiplied by 50 multiplied by 8. So I am getting here 22 lakhs. Okay, 22 lakh is my answer, that is the gain, 22 lakh. Okay, 22 lakh. Let's check the answer first of all. See here, future price of a future contract, it is nothing but a theoretical forward price, 50,500, approx it is 50,505 and approx is 50,500. Okay, approx. After that, here number of contracts, that is 8 contracts. And finally for gain, see, for gain 22 lakhs. Okay, so here we are getting correct answers. So here we have completed illustration number 10. Now in case of illustration number 11 and 13, we will keep it aside, means after completing all the normal and easy questions of future and forward, we will solve this in the last part of this series. Okay, so I am keeping it aside, we will solve it later. Now we will go for illustration number 12. Okay, here 11, it is too lengthy, so I am just keeping it aside. After that separate video I will post on this. So now we will go for illustration number 12. Bharat Investment Limited is a long on a 25,000 shares of a Trinayan Earth Moving Equipment Limited. Okay, its shares are currently quoted at a 180 per share. Okay, so currently quoted means it is a spot price. Bharat fears falls in a price of a teal. Okay, teal means this is a shortcut. It therefore wants to hedge the risk under the future contract route. Okay, however, the future rate is not available for a teal. Therefore, Bharat is looking for a cross hedge. Okay, see, normally in question number 10 also, here they have written cross hedge. Okay, so cross hedge means nothing but if the future price of that particular shares or a security is not available, in that case we can compare with another rate. So this is called as a cross hedging. Okay, so here also directly those shares of a teal is it's a future rate is not available, so we will go for a cross hedge. Okay, so here cross hedging question is given. This is the data, that is beta of a teal with a related index. Okay, so related index and related betas are given. Okay, so here Nifty 0.8, infrastructure index, iron and steel index and bank index means related जो भी index रहेगा उसका beta दिया हुआ है. Okay, correlation of a teal with this related index, so this is a correlation with all this index. Okay, of a teal. Okay, number of units of a teal underlying every future contract of index. So here number of index is given along with that particular respective index. Okay, Bharat contemplating taking a cross hedge in either iron and steel. Okay, because it has the highest beta value, consequently requiring less number of a future contract or a bank index as it has a perfect beta value. Okay, advise the Bharat. It means for a cross hedging they are selecting the rate, that is iron and steel index or bank index. Okay, reason for selecting iron steel index in a cross hedge, they have given that it has a highest beta. Okay, it has the highest beta. Normally beta is a risk factor, so normally it should not be highest. Okay, so this is totally incorrect, that iron steel index they are taking on the basis of beta. After that bank index. Okay, bank index, it is beta, perfect beta, it means it is 1, right. So that's why they are taking bank index as cross hedging index. Okay, but we will just analyze this data and we will advise to the Bharat. Okay, Bharat Investment Limited. Okay, so let's start. See, just I have written the data whatever given in the question. First of all, this is a beta, here correlations are given and number of units are given. First of all, we will do the ranking. Okay, this is a very small question. Okay, so here we are doing the ranking. Ranking is done on two bases. Okay, see, for a cross hedging infrastructure index is advisable. Why? Because we are going to check its a correlation. Okay, so correlation must be highest. Okay, so here correlation. Okay, correlation is highest in case of infrastructure index. Okay, that Bharat Investment Limited was taking iron and steel or a bank index. Okay, but here correlation is too lower and here it is at a second rank correlation. So that's why correlation is most important and which is highest in case of infrastructure index. So this is the first reason to select the infrastructure index, and second reason is its a beta is very nearest to 1. Okay, normally beta should be nearest to 1. Okay, here bank index bank index beta is perfect, that is 1. So this is good, but problem is that here correlation is very low. Okay, so we will analyze both the things. They are just doing the analysis of beta and that is not enough. Correlation also we have to analyze. Okay, so correlation, in the correlation we have to take a highest correlation and in case of beta it should be nearest to 1. Okay, so let's check. First of all, see, in case of correlation, highest correlation is of infrastructure index. Okay, now we will analyze the second condition, that is beta should be nearest to 1. See, here 0.8, okay, which is nearest to 1, that is 0.2 is the difference, okay, between 1 and 0.8. 0.2 is the difference over here. Here 0.1 difference, okay, 0.1 difference, because 1.1 minus 1, okay, here plus minus we don't consider, just difference we are taking. So it is 0.2, it is 0.1, here 0.3. so here it will not come because correlation is also condition, they are not satisfying. And here beta is 0.3, means difference from here to beta, that is from 1.3 to 1, here difference is 0.3, so it is definitely we have to cancel. And here beta is perfect, no doubt, okay, but here correlation is very low, so here also we cannot take it, okay, so these are cancelled, okay. See, after that here in both of them, here difference is 0.2, 0.1. so basically this is the first, this holds the first rank because correlation condition is fulfilled by infrastructure index, which is totally highest as compared to others, so this is the first rank, okay. After that beta condition is also fulfilled because it is nearest to 1, that is only 0.1 difference is there. After that see, correlation is same in both of them, okay, correlation is same. Now we cannot give the ranking on the basis of correlation itself, we have to consider the beta also. So here beta difference is 0.2 and here 0.3, so we want nearest, so it will be a second rank on the basis of beta, and it will be a third rank, okay. And here beta is perfect, no doubt, but due to this correlation, because this is the main factor which is very low, so that's why we have to give here fourth rank, okay. I hope you understood the ranking. Here is the reason, so you can just analyze and you can do ranking by yourself also. After that number of contracts, okay, number of contracts as we have calculated in the question number 10, like that we have to calculate, okay. Here value of a portfolio is not given, okay, so value of portfolio is not given, but number of shares is given, so we can use that and we will find out the beta, we will find out the number of contracts. So first of all, number of shares which is given in the very first line, 25,000 shares of TEAL, okay, so it is 25,000 multiplied by beta of portfolio. See, here we are doing cross hedging, so we have selected the infrastructure index, so we don't have any information about TEAL shares, that is beta of that part, but here we are doing cross hedging, right, so this beta is now R beta, okay, so we will consider this beta infrastructure index because we have selected that infrastructure index, so here 1.1, for that purpose only we are doing cross hedging. Number of index, okay, number of index means number of units, which is also we will consider of infrastructure index, that is 500, okay, infrastructure index C, that is 500, okay. Now just we will find out 25,000 multiplied by 1.1 divided by 500, okay. I am getting here 55 contracts, okay, I am getting here 55 contracts, so this is the answer, okay. Let's check. See here information about cross hedging, after that cross hedging everything is given, you just once or twice you can read it so that you will understand this concept in a better way. Here ranking is done as we have done. After that here again conclusion and all is given. See, therefore Prithvi Investment, name was Bharat Investment, okay. It is a printing mistake, don't get confused. Prithvi Investment is not there, it is a Bharat investment, okay, don't get confused. And here infrastructure index we have to consider, okay. See, after that here is also, I think it is mistake because they are getting 27.5 future contract, okay. See, number of shares is correct, beta is correct, only this units, this is a mistake, I think. See, units are taken off iron steel index, but we have just cancelled this because in ranking we just choose the infrastructure index, so we have to use this part, right, so that's why we are using 500. I don't know from where they are getting 1000, okay, because we have not selected this, even this also. So that's why number of units, that is number of index should be 500. So after using that 500 we will definitely get the 55 contracts. Okay, so here we have completed illustration number 12. Now as I told you, we will keep aside illustration number 13. These are too lengthy, that is 11 and 13, so we will discuss it later. First of all, we have to understand all the concepts so that we will be able to solve these questions. So here we are keeping aside illustration number 13, it's too lengthy. After that we will go for now illustration number 14.